Here's a question I've been asked. It's like, how do you maintain your business, family, emails, training, and meditation? Emails I'm gonna clump together with like YouTube and social media, like my online presence. So business, family, emails, training, and meditation. When you get to a high level of meditation, your everyday activities are supposed to be a part of that meditation. So the meditation starts off usually with the sitting meditation. As you get proficient with the sitting meditation, then you will start meditating with different positions like sitting, lying, kneeling, just various different positions you will practice meditation in. And then slowly from there you will start meditating during slow movements, and then you would eventually advance into meditation while in movement, like regular movement, everyday movements. The highest meditation, the most active, might be something like meditating while sparring. Yoga kind of meditates in different positions. A lot of these monks would meditate during just basic sitting meditation. Tai Chi practitioners will meditate during slow movements. So you could bring meditation to any activity. So meditation does not have to be confined to just sitting in alone without moving and just meditating. It doesn't have to be confined to just that. That's one of the meditations, the most basic one. But you could bring meditation to other activities as well. So essentially, the better you get at meditation, more and more your life will become a meditation, no matter what you do. So it could be walking, sitting, standing, reading, writing, exercising, training, speaking, making a video, practicing art, driving your car, washing the dishes, vacuuming the home, gardening. Anything could turn into meditation if you bring that awareness into your activity. So there even is such a thing as the tea ceremony, which is known to be a meditative way of drinking tea. If you can meditate while practicing combative techniques, then you are practicing martial arts. If you don't meditate and you're full of ego and competitiveness and pride, then you're practicing combat sport. Bring meditation into the combative arts, and then it becomes martial arts. So I strive to have every part of my life become meditation, and that's a huge part of my practice. As far as business, family, emails, and training, my business is my training. Fortunately, I was able to find a way to make money doing what I love. So what I do love is training, and I found a way to make a living, make money while training. So when I train the martial arts group, the classes, that's part of my individual training as well. I will train with them. It's a 2-hour class. I'll exercise with them for an hour, and then for another hour it'll be more instructional. I'll be teaching them combative techniques. And then I do personal training. I don't train with them, I just guide them, direct them what to do. But because my way of business, to make it the way I pay the bills and make a living, it is my training. You know, I rarely even have time for myself to train. Every day I train, I'm always training other people. You know, students, clients, and even family members. And that's how I've been able to integrate family time into what we do, is because it's become a part of the training. So my kids train with me at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 5:30 to 6:30. So that's my family time with them, in addition to the time that I see them at home. And then my father trains with me 3 times a week, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. That's my time with him. And then we also, every week, we all go out to eat together. So that's family time right there. When I come back home, I bike to and from work, so that becomes supplemental training. So I would train in the morning with my martial arts group. I'd train in the evening with my martial arts group. I'd have clients, private clients in between those training times. I'd train my kids, and then the kids group class. And then I bike to and from work, 5 miles each way. Sometimes I bike 10 to 20 miles a day. That becomes my supplemental training. Because I do so much training, when I'm not training and I'm at home, I don't want to train anymore physically. I want to relax. So that's when I'll take time to try to read some books if I can. And I'll spend time with my children. A lot of times we just play video games together, and that's my time to spend with them. If I have extra time, I'll try to take them to the park, to spend time with them at the park. I'll try to take them bike riding, spend time with them while they bike ride. I'll try to take them swimming or to the pool to spend time with them there. So I'm either at my work, which is my training, or I'm at home, which is my family. And that's pretty much my life. As far as emails and YouTube is concerned, before I started playing video games with my kids, I was spending a lot of time on YouTube, constantly making videos. And I enjoyed it, but I've learned, valuable lessons from the experience. I've learned not to create and produce and upload negative videos. The negative videos really, hurt my business. And I had to train myself to stop, uploading so many videos. I had to train myself to stop giving too much attention to the outsiders of whom are not really paying me to be their teacher. Because when you get to a certain point, when you already have paying students, you can't really spend too much of your time on people who are not paying for your time, because you only have so much time in a day. So meaning, if you work 8 hours a day and you have 8 students who are paying for private lessons, then you don't have any more time left for people that are not going to pay for your time. So one thing that I realize is that I cannot put too much of my time into the YouTube if I'm not really getting adequately paid for it. Yes, I make some money, but it's not really enough money for the time that I put into it, or the time that I used to put into it. So I had to learn to step back from that make less videos. And I turned off the comments. I don't check the comments. Facebook, I don't check my messages. Instagram, I don't check my messages. Skype, I don't check my messages. The only messages that I really check are my email messages, which I don't receive too many. And it's more manageable for me. If I get 1 or 2 emails a week, then I can decide if I want to answer the question by video response or not. Sometimes I get emails and I just don't want to answer the questions, so I just don't answer it. If I do feel like answering it, then I will. If I feel like it's a good topic that is going to be positive, beneficial for the school, beneficial for my business, beneficial for the public, then I'll make a video. Like this video, for example. But I had to learn to take my time to draw back from the social media, because it was absorbing too much of my time, too much of my energy. And when you're out there in the public, there's just more negative energy out there, and I don't want to absorb that negative energy. So I gotta be very, I'm more careful with how often I interact with people online. Now that I have established my online training, for students that are willing to pay $10 a month, I'm more focused on those students who are paying the money for my time. So I would spend time to create private lessons for these students to watch and learn from, and I'll take some time to answer their questions if they have any questions. So now it's my family, my business, my paying students directly, my paying students online, and then finally the YouTube subscribers who are not paying but are supporting by watching the videos. By them supporting by watching the videos, they are contributing to the school, but as I stated, because I'm not really making that much, I can't put too much energy, to the online subscribers. I just have to limit that, and also just be very careful. I will, make some time for my subscribers, but I cannot and refuse to make time for, people that don't like me, or they're out with the intent to damage my business, damage my reputation. I cannot make time for these people. So I cannot make video responses, to these people that don't like me and things like that, and even answering the phone calls or responding to the emails. I cannot give them any time. I gotta prioritize, what's the most important in my life. Obviously, my family is very important, but family alone is not good enough. I need to make a living. So in order to make a living, I need to find paying students. So the priority are the students that are paying me the most money. They become the priority. Outside of the family, it is the high-paying students and the loyal students, the students that are showing longevity, commitment. High-paying students, loyal students, and then just general students who are paying just an average amount, and then finally the online students who are paying a minimal amount, and then finally the subscribers. That's the grading scale from top to bottom of whom I'm going to put my attention and time to. And that's essentially how it has to go. you're operating a business, you always gotta, pay attention to who are the people that are truly supporting your business. And the people that are truly supporting your business, these are the people that deserve most of your attention. And, outside of that, you have to manage your time very well and properly. As I stated, meditation is just a part of my everyday activities. Training is a part of my business. Spending time with my family is a part of my business. And I live a very strict, basic lifestyle. Try to eat healthy, try to sleep right, train every day. One thing that I've noticed that I don't really make time for are friends. When you run a business, I just feel that it just makes more sense to, if you have extra time, rather than spend time with a friend, spend that time to try to find more students, more customers, and if you got that extra time, then you should spend that with family. Your wife, your children, your mother, your father, your siblings. I feel that that's all I really have time for. As far as friends are concerned, I just feel a lot of times your time could just be better utilized, either the business or the family. That's my outlook on it. I think friends to me is just something of the past. It's something for people in college, in high school, and grade school. But once you step into the business world, or the real world they call it, it's either business or family. And if you don't have family, then it's business or friends. But when you do have family, it's either family or business. And that's my experience and how I feel about it. When you own a business, you're always trying to think of ideas to better your business, how to invest your money, and ultimately how to invest your time. What is prioritized to see what is important to you. Other things that I want to bring up is sometimes your clients, your customers, your students, sometimes they could become your friends. Sometimes they can become close to you like family. But you also have to be aware to always remember that the relationship started as a business, and to maintain that business relationship, to not let that wither away. I feel there's certain boundaries that you have to establish where you don't get too close, so then they are not likely to, take your givings, for granted, or to mistreat the relationship in order to disrupt their growth and their progress and their development. I think there's a fine line that you have to establish that should not be crossed. Otherwise it will hinder the progress of the student or client, and it can potentially completely damage the relationship where the teachings and the learning is completely ceased. So one has to be very careful. when interacting with students and determining how close you get to them. But it doesn't mean that it can't be done. If it is done, then it's a very worthwhile and fulfilling relationship. Not only do you have a business relationship and a teacher-student relationship, but also kind of like a family relationship where you grow close together as time goes by, and it's not just strictly business. So that's pretty much my feedback on those questions. You know, business, family, emails, training, meditation. So what this person mentioned, I would say number 1 is family. Number 2 is business. It's hard to say. Number 1 is family. Maybe number 2 is training. Number 3 is meditation. Number 4 is business. Number 5 is emails. Maybe according to this person's words, that's how I would rank them. You know, family is representing like love, compassion, connection to human beings, gives you purpose in life. That's number 1. Training is just your health. Like, I don't know, it's hard. You know, family and training, like, what's more important, your health or family? Maybe training's number 1. Maybe meditation's number 2. Maybe family's number 3. Maybe business is number 4. Maybe 5 is emails, you know. It's just your health is extremely important. Your family is extremely important. Your spiritual development is extremely important. And then comes business, money, making a living. And then finally the emails. That's like the public, dealing with the public and you know, and it's just makes it very apparent, you know, how to prioritize. You know, if you own a business, if somebody's paying you $100 an hour and somebody else is offering to pay you $50 an hour, obviously you need to give more attention to the person who is giving you $100 an hour. And then second will be the person that's giving you $50 an hour. I mean, it just makes sense that way. You know, to prioritize according to the people that are showing great appreciation for your time. You know, sometimes people don't have money to give in order to show their appreciation, but when your life is involving more and more people that are giving you money to show their appreciation, it's only natural to put them at the beginning of the list, ahead of the list of the people that you're gonna make time for. And that's just the nature of how things work. As the business is growing and you don't have that many customers, you're gonna have to give a lot of your time for free. But as the business grows and you build more students and customers, you're going to have less and less time for people that are not willing to pay for your time. And that's just a natural progression of any business out there. You know, and it's just the way things go. So hopefully, you know, this video, you know, helped this person, gain a greater understanding of, how to manage your business. You gotta find your own way that works for you, that makes sense to you. But this is what I've learned through time, through experience, and through making, a lot of mistakes. And I hope to not make the same mistakes twice. I hope to keep growing.